Chad, how you doing?
Hi.
It's good to see you. Staff wanted you to come over and talk to me for a little bit. They were a little concerned. You know why they sent you over here?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me about it a little.
They found a bottle of Neurontin in my room that was supposed to be turned into staph, and it wasn't. And there was the pill count was off.
Okay. They drug tested you already,
Yes, ma'am.
and they didn't find anything else.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so that's good. Like I said, they were concerned. So since I'm the clinician on site, I know we haven't seen each other much, especially not since your intake, but since I'm the only clinician that's here, they wanted you to come over and talk to me a little bit, and I hope we have a good conversation. I know that a big concern here is whether or not you would have to go back to jail if something happened in this program. But the first thing that I want to do with you, and this is just a quick assessment, it's nothing as long as what you did when you first came into the program, but it's more based on how you feel about your quality of life, your health, and other areas of your life right now. What I'm going to do, if it's okay, is read each question to you. And what I want you to do is choose the answer that is most appropriate. And then if you're not sure about which response to give, generally the first response that you think of is the best one. Just keep in mind your standards, your hopes, your pleasures, and your concerns. And I'm asking that you think we're really limiting this to the last 4 weeks. So whenever I ask anything on here, just think about this last month. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the scales are a little funny. Some will go 1 to 5. Some will go 5 to 1. I'll let you know every time it changes. All right, the first question is, how would you rate your quality of life? 1 is very poor, 2 is poor, 3 is neither poor nor good, and 4 is good, 5 is very good.
3.
3? Okay, so kind of neutral in your quality of life. How satisfied are you with your health? 1 is very dissatisfied, 5 is very satisfied.
3.
3? Okay, so you're kind of neutral on that too. The next questions ask about how much you've experienced certain things in the last 4 weeks. And the first question here is, to what extent do you feel that physical pain prevents you from doing what you need to do? 5 is not at all. 1 is an extreme amount.
2.
2, so you feel like your physical pain really does very much prevent you from doing things you need to do. How much do you need medical treatment to function in your daily life? 5 is not at all. 1 is still an extreme amount.
2.
2, okay, so very much there too. How much in general do you enjoy life in the last 4 weeks? 1 is not at all. 5 is an extreme amount.
3.
Okay, so kind of neutral again. To what extent do you feel your life is meaningful? 1 is not at all. 5 is an extreme amount.
3.
Also 3, okay. How well do you feel you're able to concentrate in the last 4 weeks? 1 is not at all. 5 is extremely.
1.
So you're really having trouble concentrating? How safe do you feel in your daily life? 1 is still not at all. 5 is extremely.
4.
4, okay. So you feel pretty safe. How healthy is your physical environment? Same thing. 1 not at all. 5 extremely.
4.
4, okay, very much. Okay. Now the next questions ask about how completely you experience or were able to do certain things in the last 4 weeks. Do you have enough energy for everyday life? 1 is not at all. 5 is completely.
2.
2, so a little. Are you able to accept your bodily appearance? 1 is not at all. 5 is completely.
4.
4, so mostly. Feel pretty good about your self-image? Okay. Do you have enough money to meet your needs? 1 is not at all. 5 is completely.
1.
So not at all. How available to you is the information that you need in your day-to-day life? 1 is not at all. 5 is completely.
5.
To what extent do you have the opportunity for leisure activities, so things you enjoy doing? 1 is not at all. 5 is completely.
3.
3, so moderate. How well are you able to get around, like mobility? 1 is very poor. 5 is very good.
5.
5, okay. So you don't have any problems there. Now, how satisfied are you with your sleep in the last 4 weeks? 1 is very dissatisfied. 5 is very satisfied.
1.
So you're not getting sleep. Okay. How satisfied are you with your ability to perform your daily living activities? Same scale. 1 very dissatisfied, 5 very satisfied.
2,
So you're not satisfied. How satisfied are you with your capacity for work? Same scale.
3,
3. Okay. How satisfied are you with yourself in general? Same scale.
2,
So you're not very satisfied with yourself right now. How satisfied are you with your personal relationships?
2,
Okay. How satisfied are you with your sex life?
3,
How satisfied are you with the support you get from your friends?
2,
How satisfied are you with the conditions of your living place?
4,
Okay. How satisfied are you with your access to health services?
access to what?
Health services, like doctors, dentists, mental health.
3,
3, okay. How satisfied are you with your transportation situation?
3,
3, okay. This question refers to how often you felt or experienced certain things in the last 4 weeks. And this is a different scale. How often do you have negative feelings such as blue mood, despair, anxiety, or depression? 5 here is never. 1 is always.
2,
So 2 is very often. Does that fit? Okay. All right, do you have any comments about this assessment? Okay. So this assessment is a World Health Organization assessment, and it actually requires some coding and things for me to score it properly, which we're not going to do right now. But I do want to touch on some of the things some of the responses that you gave me. I will give this to staff, to your counselor, but it won't really be used much other than in here. So some of the things I saw or I noticed when you were talking is it seems like you have a lot of ambivalence towards a lot of things, a lot of neutral answers. You just feel like you don't have enough money to meet your needs. You're not at all satisfied with sleep right now. And for the majority of your answers for your relationships, your personal relationships, the support from your friends, doesn't appear you're very satisfied.